So you better relax. We are walking this journey for the next 6 months. We'll be having 2 lessons per month for the next 6 months. And we are going to try whether we can have some of these lessons, physical lessons. I have seen some people from out of Kenya. We'll be able to see how to link up. And I'm happy to say that for the last cohorts, I have personally seen a lot of improvement. People's businesses are growing. People's careers are growing. People's families are changing. This is very transformational. And I have received several testimonies on cohort 1, cohort 2, cohort 3. So open up your mind. Let's learn from each other. Open up your mind. Let us learn from each other. And over the season, we shall be able to cover about 12 topics. And I'm going to be as practical as possible. You know, when I do mentorship based on my experience. I do mentorship based on what we do at Optiven. I do mentorship based on real life testimonials, journey, because that's the only way we can change one another. One of the visions that drives us is to economically and socially empower and transform the communities. And this program is part of the programs that we transform communities. And we are very keen on lifting each other, because that's why God created us. That's why this forum is here. So open up, and I'm happy that we are going to learn from each other. So for those who may be new, my name is George Washiri, and I work with Optiven, and my goal is to keep creating opportunities for others. And for us at Optiven, we have an aim, an objective of creating 30,000 jobs by the year 2030. So we are in that particular journey, currently about 500 plus. And we also do a lot of community work. And that's why the ticket to this mentorship is for you to be a philanthropist with 2,000 shillings that goes to the foundation, whereby we are doing scholarship, we are doing girls program, we have been doing food distribution, and there are many other activities that we do. Matters philanthropy, matters give back. So karibuni sana, and of course at the end of the mentorship, you'll get a certificate and a big party at the GMC Fun Place Kitengela, one of the biggest fun places in this city. So all paid up by Optiven, so no other charges. And today's discussion is very interesting because it's going to set a base for our engagement. And I'm calling it goal setting for assured success. And I'll start with a story. You know, when we were young, and my late mother used to really talk to us. And I remember one time telling us that if you don't know what you want to do today and tomorrow and the future, people will dictate to you what you need to do. So for us in career, in business, in families, we must be able to know how to do goal setting for assured success. And I will share with you a few things that we can do so that even as studies mentorship, we start with the right base. You know, when you're building a house, if your base, if your foundation is not correct, even if you go 25 floors, the house will collapse. And for us, we do not want this mentorship to collapse. We want you to grow with it so that you are a better person. So, but allow me to share with you how you can align your personal goals, business goals, family goals for the year 2023. But before we do that, what is these things you're talking about goal setting? And what is the importance? What is the power of goal setting? What's the power of goal setting? And I remember when I was a small boy, you know, my village, somewhere in Kieni, we are not too far from the highway. And I remember one time going to the highway and counting cars and says, that car is mine, that one is mine, that one is mine. And I had a long-term goal, saying maybe one day I will drive such a car. That was a long-term goal. So there is power when you do goal setting. And one of the things that goal setting does for us, the 5 things that happens on goal setting, number one is that when you set a goal, it pushes you forward. The goal pushes you forward. There's something that you are anticipating. And you're saying, I want my business to be a multi-million business. It's a long-term goal. And this goal will make you rise up in the morning, talk well to the people, give good customer care, because the goal is pushing you forward. Number 2, goal setting, the power of goal setting The goals hold you accountable. Yeah, you are able to be accountable. Those who set up spiritual goals, they say, every morning I must pray. So you wake up early in the morning and say a prayer. You know why? You want to be accountable to yourself, not to other people. Accountable to yourself, because they say the only person you cannot lie to is God and yourself. So goal setting helps you to be accountable. Number three, what happens when you have them? Smart goals, specific, measurable, achievable. These goals, number three, it measures your progress. It's like a yardstick, it measures your progress. Where are you? I remember when we were registering Optiven and you are saying we want to create 30,000 jobs by the year 2030. It's a yardstick. And every time we ask ourselves, where are we with this yardstick? For those who are doing businesses, you have a goal for achieving a certain revenue the year 2023. And every month you count your revenue and you're asking yourself, where am I? Am I at 20%? Am I at 30%? Am I at 50%? So it's a measure of progress. It's a yardstick. Number four, goal setting helps you to track your progress. Unaenda wapi? Goal setting helps you to track your progress. Where is the direction? Where are you going? And once you track the progress, you generate personal energy, you generate internal energy to keep moving because you can see what your plans are doing. And then finally, goal setting help you to boost your motivation, your morale. Goal setting helps you to boost your morale. You are able to have that internal energy that there's something that is happening. There's a research that was done, and there's a very interesting research. And this research said, or it shows that people who set specific and challenging goals, people who set specific and challenging goals, 90% of those people, they are likely to achieve great performance and success compared to those who don't set any goal. Wow, can you imagine that the people who set specific challenging goals, 90% of them, they experience success, they experience abundance. But those who don't set any goal, they don't know where they are going, they don't know their progress, and sometimes they keep copying other people. And this is a challenge I want to challenge all of us, that we can be able to be part of these people who set goals. They also say that 70% of the people who set goals, they don't follow through. Oh my goodness. That means you can set your goals, but you don't follow through. So I want to encourage you, to challenge you as my mentees, that once you set those goals, please be part and parcel of the 30% of people who follow through. Allow me now to share with you the 7 types of goals that you must have as long as you are a mentee of George Washington. The 7 types of goals you must have. This was no discussion, no option, because part of the assignment, you'll share with me these 7 types of goals, because as I do mentorship, I don't want just to do the talk. I want to see results. I want to see people working hard. I want to see people succeeding. I want testimonials on what is happening in your career, in your business, in your family, so that you don't waste your own time here in this mentorship. So we give assignments, and you must do those assignments. 7 types of goals that will change your life, that will transform the way you live. One of them, and this one works for me, by the way, this one works for me. One of the key one is the spiritual goals. The spiritual goals. They say the spiritual goals keep you focused on God. Remember, we are all created by our might. The spiritual goal will keep you focused on God. A research was done, and it was discovered that people who trust in God, people who pray, they are able to manage the stress levels. They are able to manage anxiety. Wow, I love that. You can be able to manage stress levels. You can manage anxiety. Today, people are suffering from mental issues because of anxiety, stress, depression. But you have a Father in heaven who say, hey, dear God, I'm here. Help me. This is what I'm anticipating to do. I am here. I am your child. You are able to manage that. The spiritual goals. They say making prayer daily as part of your life is the best thing ever. When you wake up in the morning, say that prayer. As you sleep in the evening, say that prayer. Those people in families, you know the challenges of bringing up families. And you know the challenges those with teenagers, bring up teenagers. So it's your time to pray for them. The spiritual goal. And how you can manage this spiritual goal, you can say, every morning, I'll be waking up 30 minutes earlier. Remember, the goal must be smart. I'll be waking up 30 minutes earlier. Read the word of God, a chapter or two, and then pray. That's a goal. It's a smart spiritual goal. You might also say, every Sunday, I'll show up, I will participate in my church. Or you can say, every once a month, I'll be doing my prayer and fasting. This is going to be a game changer. And you write it. Look for a book, write it somewhere, the spiritual goal. Goal number 2, that is going to change your life. Goal number 2, that is going to transform your life and your family and your business is financial goal. Financial goal. Let me tell you, my good brothers and sisters, right now we are young. Right now, you are young. Are you thinking about your retirement? Are you thinking about it? Have you ever envisioned yourself being 80 years old? And remember, nowadays, the children you are raising, they don't care about you when you're 80. You know, I remember a story. I went to the US one time, you know, and I had this very good friend of mine, an elderly lady. And she, one time, broke her leg. And she had 2 daughters. And then she's a Muzungu. So she called the daughter. Hey, hi, daughter. I have broken my leg. And then the daughter responded, am I a doctor? Am I a doctor? I'm not a doctor. Go to the hospital. I'm not a doctor. Go to the hospital. That's a daughter to mother. And these things are coming to Africa. They are coming to Kenya. Have you ever thought about your retirement when you are 60, when you are 70, when you are 80? What will happen? If you want to conquer these fears, they say that the money you earn today, even if you earn 15,000, you earn a salary of 100,000, 50,000, you must put 15% towards your retirement. You must put 15% towards your retirement. Whether you put this money in a circle, whether you put this money on an investment. Yesterday, we had a meeting at Radisson, and you are with the CS of cooperatives, you know, and one of the officials of these big cooperatives was giving us an example. Actually, it was a police circle, and they were telling us there's a certain policeman who has worked with the police for over 45 years, and immediately he got employed, he started saving, and they said to date, he is now retiring in 2 years' time. He has saved 90 million Kenya shillings. And people are wowed. But it is this discipline, this goal of financial goal, saving every single coin that you have. 15%. That is assignment number 2. Please, from this show, from this discussion, go and start saving 15%. Best case scenario. Maybe say, wewe George washuri bwana, mimi sina pesa, I'm hustling. Okay, go out there and save 10%. Talk to me after 5 years. You'll be amazed the kind of savings and investment you will have made. Because one of the things that we are not taught in high school is savings. We are not taught how to manage money. And that's why we find that companies grow, they collapse. Companies grow, they collapse. Personally, I had started 15 companies that collapsed because nobody taught me on how to do financial goals. That's why I say this mentorship must train you, must teach you on how to do financial goals, 15%. There's another strategy that I teach people. I tell them every resources you get, the money you get every month, every week, those who are in business, you can employ, you can use, you can try this methodology. It has worked. I call it the saving sub goal: 70, 10, 10, 10, 70, 10, 10, 10. If you are a Christian or a born-again Christian or a committed spiritual person, 10% is you give back to the owner. In our church, we call it tithe. 10% you save if you don't make 15%. Another 10% sort out your insurances. Now you have 70%. Buy a good clothes, pay your rent, buy food, 70, 10, 10, 10. One of the challenges that when I talk to people is the issue of this formula. And I remember a lady in cohort 1 who said, George, when you talked about this 70, 10, 10, 10, I just started. The other day she wrote to me and told me, George, now I have saved 2.8 million. And there's a lady who is only selling clothes in the combat. 2.8 million. And then she was asking me, where is the best place to put this money to ensure that I am taking care of the future? Go try it. It works. It's amazing. Financial goal. You need to tell your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Hey, that's a good one. You must tell your money where to go instead of the money telling you or wondering, where did my money go? Many of us, we wonder, pesa ilienda wapi? Where did my money go? Tell it where to go, and you can only tell it by budgeting. Very, very important. You have to do your budgeting. Those who are married, you can do either joint budgeting. Those who are single, because you can see my friend is single, you can do your own budgeting. Tell your money where to go. Those with the families, budget with your families. You know, open joint accounts. You know, like for me, you know, we have children. So we have a joint account with my wife, whereby we put money for fees, we put money for investment, and then we are able to plan together. Budgeting is a tool that will help you going forward. And then finally, under financial goal, they say debt is not bad. There is something I call good debt. The other day I was talking to one of the mentees and told me, hey, George, I fear debt. I don't want to borrow. I don't want to be auctioned. And then I was telling him, you can borrow money from a bank, from microfinance, but don't borrow money to consume or to buy a suit like this one. Borrow money to do business. And as you do business, calculate the returns. If you're borrowing at 18%, your business must give you maybe 29% or 25%. That way, you'll be able to pay back the debt. Even countries like Kenya, tunakopa, yeah, we are borrowing, yeah. Countries like the US, they are borrowing. China, they borrow. So don't fear, especially those who are in business. Borrow to expand your business. Of course, financial goals, set up an emergency fund. Today, we have a lot of people doing WhatsApp fundraising. Oh, my mother is sick. Join the WhatsApp group. Oh, my brother is sick. Join the WhatsApp group. We do not keep very small percentage. In fact, they say less than 2% of the people who have got emergency fund. I'm sure even here, how many are we? Let me see. We are about 67. Only 2%, they can raise their hand and say, hey, George Washiri, I have an emergency fund. And they say, this emergency fund must take care of you for 6 months, assuming your business is not working, assuming your career has been terminated. You should survive for at least, worst case scenario, 6 months. Emergency fund, very, very important. And then under financial goals, please have an insurance. Oh, business people, never ever drive that car without insurance. Never have employees in your office without WIBA. Public liability. A customer can come to your office and who care? You'll be sued. So never ever operate a business without insurance. I don't know how many here are doing insurance. Maybe you can post there so that our people can be able to know there is an insurance expert in the house. Please just post there on the group. We'll be able to read out your name. Please, I have a testimony of a friend of mine who was doing very well in manufacturing, and she decided to underinsure her business. And one time, the business caught fire. You know, the owner was crying. The firefighters could not be found. And the entire business was about 200 million collapsed. Can you imagine? 200 million. The insurance could only pay her 50 million and the business collapsed. So I urge you, action point number 3, if you're running a business, please have an insurance cover. As an individual, you can also have a personal accident cover. You never know, things happen. Things happen. I remember one time my brother had an accident and he had this insurance, he was paying 5,000 and he was paid almost 8 million and was able to do a few things for himself. So please have a personal accident cover. Insurance is key. I know Kenyans want to allow insurance, but please, if you are under my mentorship, this is key to mitigating risk, because the risks are there all the time in our lives. Goal number 3, that's very, very, I can see Maureen there. Yeah, Maureen, Ishaola, Ishala is insurance. Yes, please speak her number. It's important. Goal number 3 is what I call the career goals. I have seen a lot of people, my friends are here, and they are in career goals. And I ask people, when I talk to them, are you doing a job you don't like? Are you doing a job you do not like? If you are here in this forum, if you are among the 69 people, please go and resign. Take a pen today, go resign. Don't do a job that you don't like. It's very important that what you are doing, the business you are doing, don't do business because you saw George Washiori doing real estate. No. Do a business that you can do for free. They call it passion. Do what you like. If you're in beauty, I can see my friend here who runs series of salons. If you're in beauty, you love it. If you are in real estate like George Washiori, I love it, I like it, I sleep it, I jump it. Do what you like. Very important. Don't do things because your brother is doing it, because Nagidai is doing it. Do a job that you like. It's like marriage. Yeah, amen. If you marry the wrong person that you don't like, I can tell you, you have hell in your house. Those who are singles, I can see a few people singles here. Take your time. Limia kidogo, angalia, until you say, wow, this is a kind of a person that I can marry, because this is a person you live with for many, many, many years. So business and career is like a marriage partner. Do what you like. Career goals, target to get the right job. Those who are looking for jobs, don't just say, I can do any job. No. Target the right job. Define it. Tell it. Those who are in colleges, do the right courses. Let me tell you a secret. One of the things that we are facing as we hire people, we are seeing people who did the wrong courses. Somebody did nothing. Na anakuja kutafuta kazi ya sales. Somebody did pharmacy. Anakuambia, I want to be a salesperson. And those who are parents, I can see a few parents here. Please let your children do the right career. What they like most. Career goals. Look at your CV. Yeah. Look at your CV 2023. Those who are in career. Look at it. Refine it. If you want to know the best format, you can check the kind of a CV I've done. I posted it for the sake of
Okay, good morning. Sorry for that. I think it's a network problem. So yeah, actually, Mr. George was talking about his CV. It is on his blog. I will share the link here in a few, as I can see him getting back. Yes, sir, you can unmute yourself now. Let me see.
Wow, thank you. Wow.
Good.
It's called what? Technology. Technology. And I was talking about, thank you, Vice Chancellor, for continuing the mentorship. I was talking about career goals. Look at your CV. Financial institutions can ask for your CV. What will you give them? So refine it. Look at it. Career goals, finally, where do you want to be in 10 years? You can ask yourself that question. Where do you want to be in 5 years? That's career goal. And one of the things I like about people who come to see me on career, I tell them, who is your mentor career-wise? Who is your mentor career-wise? And I remember one time when I was looking for a job, I always desired some kind of people and I followed them. And I'm happy I have no regret. You know, I always admired Dr. James Mwangi, more so on the aspect of job creation, the aspect of risk-taking. Who are your mentors? They say, when you have big goals and you see those big goals, that is what you become. If you ask, hey, George Washiri, what's the big goal for Optiven? We say, at Optiven, by the year 2041, we want to be in 20 African countries. That's our big goal, by the year 2041. So whatever that we do, we ask ourselves, when are we going to Uganda? When are we going to Rwanda? When are we going to Ghana? We want to be in by the year 2041, at least 20 African countries. What's your goal? Wow, I can see time is running very well. Goal number 4, that is very key. Goal number 4. Goal number 4, I call it intellectual goal. Intellectual goal. Intellectual goal. Those who are in career and in business, they say, if you stop learning, you start dying. That's a powerful one. Every time you stop learning, you start dying. That's why you must have a book near you. You must have something you are reading. You must have something. You have something in your car, in your office. Have something that you are reading. And most of you, I also want to challenge you, you can also author books. You can write books. Personally, I've authored 4 books now. You know, I can see our Vice Chancellor is reading. Show us that book again, Vice Chancellor. Show us the book. Yeah, Nagirai. Yeah, I want to, yeah. Wow, I like this. Hey, pushing back. I love this. That's the way to go. Reading is part and parcel of your progress. Intellectual goal. When you stop learning, you start dying. Action number 4, tuanze kusoma. Maybe on our platform, we need to tell each other, which book are you reading? Please go to my page, George Washiri Facebook, post and tell me which book are you reading. Take a photo of that book, post it on my page. I'll be checking your name. I'll be checking the book you are reading, because we want to transform your mind. Your mind must be transformed. These people I see here, 72 of you, you must be millionaires. You must be multi-billionaires. They say success can be copied. You have no reason why you should not make money in this country. No reason, because the environment is good, the politics are good, the business is good. It's only our head. We must transform our thinking. Intellectual goal. Which book are you reading? Go to George Washiri page after this discussion. Tell me, which book are you reading? And let me tell you, if you don't tell us, I'll call you up. I'll ask you, hey, Mackenzie, Dr. Mackenzie, which book are you reading? And welcome to the mentorship. Intellectual goal. Proverbs 1:5. I love this word of God. A wise man will hear and increase learning. A wise man or woman will hear and increase learning, and the man of understanding will attain wise counsel. Hey, that's a powerful one. Intellectual goal. It's also there in the Bible. Take a class on something. Those who are in business, take a class on leadership. Take a class, could be online, could be physical. Author a book, write a book. Those who have authored books, also post the book that you have authored. Maybe I'll buy a copy to promote you. Those who are planning to author, start thinking on how you can write your book. Goal number 5, this is a good one. This is a good one. Fitness goal. Yeah, the fitness goal. Fitness goal. This is where you say your body requires exercise. You have to exercise. The fitness goal every day, 30 minutes, you're exercising. Fitness goal. because you need it. You need the muscles to be okay. You need your brain to be okay. You need clarity. Fitness goal. As you talk about fitness goal, you must also get enough sleep. When I was younger, I remember I was doing mentorship at 680 Hotel about 10 years ago. And we had this program we are calling PTT, Personal Transformation Talks. I remember that 680. That time I was younger. And I was telling people, don't oversleep, only sleep 4 hours. Hey, well, my friend, until one time I lost a good friend of mine who was 42 years old. He got a cardiac arrest. Then I was able to follow up with the doctor and ask the doctor, what killed my friend? The answer was simple: fatigue. The man had not slept more than 5 hours for 2 years. He was sleeping for 4 hours. He had a busy career and the body literally collapsed. He got cardiac arrest. Today, my story is different. I tell people, for you to be fit, you must get at least 7 hours sleep. 7 hours sleep. We need you to be healthy. Once you are healthy, you make better decisions, you grow your business, you grow your career, because physically you are fit. Very, very important. Don't be like that friend of 42-year-old who died because of not sleeping. And you have seen people, by the way, I've seen a pastor the other day, it was in the news. He was preaching a powerful sermon, God saves. Then he collapsed in the podium, in the altar. He just collapsed. And then he was told by the doctor, you must get enough sleep. Remember your 24 hours. The hours that are either 8 or 10 hours are sufficient for you to create a difference. Very, very important. Fitness goal, you must eat right. I have seen one of my mentees here is doing nutrition. Please post your number there. You must eat the right food, right time. You must eat right. So our nutritionist, you can post your number there, because our people must be taught. I have some friends of mine that I mentor. They say, George, I don't eat lunch. I don't eat lunch. Yani akulagi lunch. Anakulaga tu dinner, ugali na sukuma. And since I'm not a nutritionist, but one time my nutrition told me, don't eat heavily at night. No. Eat heavy breakfast, eat lunch, eat like a pauper for dinner, like a pauper. Eat right. Right now, we are having a lot of challenges on, especially issues to do with diet, diabetes, all kinds of diseases. For you to progress, the fitness goal, eat right. Do physical exercises. Very important. Very important. Maybe very soon, we'll ask all these mentees, we climb Mount Kenya. And that time we shall know who is fit and who is not. I'll be so keen to see how people will climb Mount Kenya. Some of us cannot even do. I don't know how many people can go to climb. I don't know whether Alan, Kenya, you can do it. Anastasia, can you really climb Mount Kenya? Alan, Kipkoech, are you there? All these people, Brand Simiu, Charity Minor, ask yourself, can you climb Mount Kenya? Or we start with the Gong Hills, maybe, to see who is physically fit. Once you're physically fit, all the other things are added. Goal number 6, which is very interesting, and this is key for business people, for career people, is family goals. Yeah, family goals. One of my mentor told me, if you are not happy at home, you cannot deliver in the office. If you are not happy at home, you cannot deliver anything. Zero results in the office. The family goals. How is your spouse? How are your parents? How are your siblings? How are your children? Do you have a common family thing that you do to be happy as a family? Do you pray together? Do you have dinners together? Do you go to church together? What is this common thing you do with families? And that's why I tell people I mentor. Even extended families, your brothers and sisters, over December, don't be too busy. Go to the village, have a family get together. Those with parents, make a point every month, every week, call your mother, call your father. Say hi to them. The family goes. Keep the family relationship intact. Keep it intact. Those who are married, don't allow the day to end without sending a text to your spouse. Hey, how are you? Are you okay? Very important. Those who are with children in school, attend children's school events. By the way, after this call, I am going to my daughter's event. You know, I want to go there, talk to the teacher, find out how my daughter is doing, and then in the evening, I'll tell my daughter I was in your school. And allow me to address the men. I think men are the worst hit. Men do not know even the class teacher's name of their children. Men don't attend school events. Now, that's a disaster. You are putting a boundary between you and your child. Even those children in nursery school, in pre-unit, go there. Let your child know, hey, my father was here. My mother was here. I know you guys, you are busy. Sometimes drop them. You know, just ask for permission. I want to drop my son, my daughter to school. That's how you bond. The other day I was talking to a lady in my office, and then she told me her career is too busy. And she has taken her children at the age of 12, age of 11 at boarding school. Oh, nikasema, now this is a true disaster. At what time will you bond with these children? And I remember when I was working in Kakuma refugee camp, you know, we used to have a HR lady, and she was very strict, very strict, very strict. Tulikuwa tukimuona tunapiga kona. She was very strict, and she was elderly. And one time she retired, and somehow we liked each other. And one time I met her, you know, and I asked her, hey, Madam Ruth, how are the children doing? And for the first time, I saw a strong human resource lady cry. Then I asked her, why are you crying? Is it because of retire or what is it? And then she disclosed to me. She told me, I am crying because all my children, she had 3 children, have disowned me. Then I asked her why. She told me the story. I work for international organizations. I work for UN. I work for WFP, World Food Program. I work for this organization, and I had no time for my children. One of the sons told the mother, I do not know you. I know the house help. So don't call me when you are elderly. Mind your life. I minded mine. And this was very touching. And I urge all of us, let's have time with our families. Have dinner together. And when you come to the house, please, we have a very bad behavior nowadays. People are in the house, but everybody is on phone. Everyone is on phone. The father is on phone. The daughter is on phone. The son is on phone. Everybody. As in my house, by 8, no phones. By 8, hakuna simu. Yeah. And that's the way we can be able to solidify the family goal. Attend to these family events. Discuss with the family how to handle money. Money is evil, is the source of all evil. I have seen, I've done counseling to couples who fight each other just because of money. Why can't you as a family discuss about money? Why? You need that peace for you to progress in your business, to progress in your career. Stay involved in family matters. Very, very important. You know, sometimes I handled a couple that had a very great business, and it was almost collapsing. And one of the things I discovered is because they are not accountable to each other on how they use business money. I was able to walk them through on how to put structures to ensure that the business money is separate from personal money. And I told them, for you to run a good business, pay yourself a salary. Don't pick money to buy stuff. Don't pick money from businesses. And they said, wow, I think we can implement that. We can pay ourselves a salary. And I am so happy to report this cohort 4, the business survived. I was very excited. I am happy now they're even adding more employees just because of a simple statement. Separate business money with personal money. Pay yourself a salary. Family matters. Last one, on family goal, spend one-on-one with each other. Spend one-on-one. Don't say you are too busy, my friend. Don't be too busy for your family. Lastly, because I can see Nagla say lead time is almost up. Lastly, social goal. Oh yes, social goal. Have people in your life that you can connect. Social goal. Have people in your life that you can connect. Have real friends. Not many people who are real friends. Have real friends. A friend that you can account for. Social goal. Find real human beings, not social media friends. You know, someone told me, George, I have 10,000 friends. Hey, where are they? They're in social media. No, those are not friends. I am talking about people you talk to, people you meet, people you can, you can tell them how you are feeling. The real friends. Get people you can share dark moments and your accomplishment. People you can share your challenges. That's a social goal. Get those people. And by the way, they are not many. They are not many. They are very few friends. Very few friends. You know, yesterday I was very disturbed by a call I got from a friend of mine in Uganda. You know, he attended the cohort 1. And I remember in cohort 1, I shared how I lost a lot of money through friends. And this guy called me and said, George, man, I have been conned. A lot of money. My business is collapsing. And he was doing very well. And he disclosed to me that he had this friend who was very money-minded. And for sure, he had seen that aspect. And he was trying to dissociate himself from this friend. To cut the long story short, this guy conned this guy millions of shillings, millions. You know, he purported to import things and he got the money and he never delivered what he was delivering from China. So even as you go out there in business, listen to your sixth sense. It is called intuition. If your intuition tells you, hey, this friend is not genuine, please drop it. Listen to your intuition. It can save you a lot of money. Some of the things I have done myself, you know, I have lost a lot of money in business. I always ignored the intuition, and I lost it. And most of you, if you testify, I am sure you have lost money because of the friends that you have always had doubts. Now you know. They say, social goal, you need to look at your past and don't live there. Don't live in your past. You have made many mistakes in the past. Don't live there. You can change it, but look by looking at your future. You can create your future. Create it. Get somebody who can help you to create the future. Some of us don't progress because we always live in the past. You know, George alinifanyia, Nagilai alinifanyia, Dr. Mackenzie alinifanyia. That is past. Bury it with sand, with stones, cement it, build up, get friends who can help you build your future. And that's why this mentorship is right here. Finally, I want to encourage you that even as you do goal setting, these goals should give you results. These goals should be able to encourage you, to motivate you, and review them every quarter. Every quarter, write those goals on a black book. You know, for me, I have a black book, and I write those goals there and review them every quarter. Get an accountability partner who can help you to review them. They say goal setting helps you to be more positive. Goal setting helps you to be more personal. Goal setting gives you possibilities of doing things. And goal setting helps you to prioritize things. And once you do that, life is going to be good. Somebody told me that life will always give you a fresh start. Anytime you choose to start afresh, life will always give you a fresh start. Anytime you choose to start afresh. Today is the first lesson for mentorship. You can make a decision to start afresh, and life will give you a fresh start. Another friend of mine told me, you don't learn by talking. We learn by listening. As leaders, because I can see most of you are leaders, let us learn to listen. You listen more, you talk less. And I believe as a person that the choices you make will determine your next life. The choices you make will determine your life in 2023 going forward. But the secret is work hard. Work hard. As you work hard, they say, work hard in silence. Let success make the biggest noise. Work very hard in silence. Let your success make the biggest noise. Don't make noise. Oh, you know what, Shuri? Hey, I am doing this. No, let's see the results. Tell us, how many people have you hired? How many people have you employed? Are you doing philanthropy? How many scholarships are you doing? Let success make the biggest noise. That's my advice. Work hard. No shortcut in life. You must work smart. You must work hard. The Bible says the heart of the diligent will rule. The heart of the diligent will rule. But the lazy man will be put to forced labor. Proverbs 12:24. The heart of the diligent. I always give an example with our current president, Dr. His Excellency Ruto. One time I wondered, this man works so hard. You know, he could do 10 rallies in a day. And I thought he was stopping working hard. The other day, he called us for a meeting at NSC. And we were there. You know, we were used to His Excellency Kibaki, whereby if the meeting is at 10, you come at the meeting. So we went there. The meeting was at 9. So we went there at about 9:15. We were shocked the man was there. He was there at 8:45, keeping time. If there's a leader, a national leader, keeping time, let me ask you, who is George Washiri? Who are we not to keep time? Who are we? The hand of the diligent will rule, but the lazy man will be put to forced labor. That's the Bible. I put a comma there because I see my vice chancellor is telling me time is up. Let's do all what we can. Let's say not to sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of hands to rest. What happens? Poverty will come like a crawler. Let's work hard, let's work smart. God bless you. See you in the next forum. Back to our Vice Chancellor, William Nagilai.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, sir. Thank you. We really appreciate you. We salute you for that great moment of mentorship. And all of us, we've learned big time. So I'll just give only two people a minute to ask one question. Only two. Only two. Okay, who is the first one? Raise your hand or type it over there. Okay. Okay, so it seems there is no question. Is there anybody with a question? You can raise your hand. Okay, Naomi and Brian, the two of you can ask a question. We start with Naomi. Naomi, you can ask the question.
Hi, hello, how are you?
Good.
So thank you very much for the opportunity. My question is, as I followed on the lesson today, how do we break it? Are we supposed to break it down also to daily beats so that we don't check after 3 months and find we are quite behind or we lost track? So please share with us how we can also break it down to manageable beats day by day. So it's actually something we are living, not something we are hoping 3 months I'll have done this. So thank you very much.
Good. Thank you. Brian, you can go so that our mentor can just respond to the two questions.
Thank you so much. That was a very, very informative session. So my question is on insurance, take insurance for the business and all that. Do you just mind maybe listing them down? Because I've been one person who has also been ignorant on that part. So for business, the insurances, all insurances needed.
Good. You can go, sir.
Okay, thank you. Wow, it's good to hear from Naomi. all the way from US of A. And thank you, Naomi, for joining the mentorship. Also good to hear from Brian. Brian is a very aggressive young man. And I remember one time I gave Brian some work and did a good job. The other day I met him, ameongeza weight, pesa imeongezeka, and now he can only grow wealthier after joining this mentorship. Yes, I agree with you, Naomi. It's very important to have a to-do list on daily basis. What do you want to achieve on daily basis? You must have a to-do list every day. In the evening, you tick. Have I done this? Today I'll meet Dr. Mackenzie. I'll meet Naomi. I'll go to the to school. I'll do this, and then you tick, 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 and then every day, then every week, then every month. That way, you conquer all the goals that you set. If there are family goals, you also review them weekly. You know, you ask yourself, hey, have you done our savings? Have you done our dinner? Have you done our visits? You keep reviewing and ticking. And that's why I always tell people that have a notebook, have a book that you do your stuff. You journalize every day. You can journalize so that you are able to do great things. For Brian, I'll ask our Vice Chancellor to list all possible insurance on our platform. We have a platform. But of course, I talked about personal accident cover. I talked about WIBA. I talked about health insurance. I talked about medical cover for your employees. I urge all of you, like Brian, you may have 10 employees, 15 employees, 30 employees. Please do not expose them. Let them have outpatient. Let them have inpatient. You know, something can happen to these employees. Let them have medical cover. It may be expensive, but it can save you in a big way. You can mitigate the risk. Very, very, very important. But be able to list all the possible insurance available for business, for people, so that you're able to pick. And I'm happy that you have an insurer in the house. You can be able to do negotiations. And if you don't have money, I remember when you were younger at Softiven, we were paying insurance on installments. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, our mentor. Thank you, Naomi, and thank you, Brian, for asking the questions. God bless you. And right about now, this meeting is officially adjourned. We don't want to take any of your minutes. Awesome. God bless you. See you next time.